Does gold have weight?
Yes.
In the trademarked...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually people don't worry about it, but like when they start carrying around like that much, they start describing it because it's noteworthy.
I'll just carry my 10,000 gold around in my neck purse.
Magical bag of holding.
Yeah.
Unless that's trademark too.
Welcome back to the adventure. I'm Yima Quinn, and I'm the Game Master facilitating the world.
Hello, I'm Damek, and I am playing Samuel.
Hi, I'm Dabbles, and I'm playing Bata, the bear barbarian. He comes from the lands up north, and he is exploring worlds outside of his homeland.
I am Pony. I will be playing Therrin the Sergal, who has a lust for adventure and is definitely not a rogue.
I'm Hawk. I'm playing Arden, a talented and brilliant mage coming from the capital of Atlas.
Let's see how the drivers do. You have to navigate this terribly difficult traffic.
Yaw Mule!
But I
6 blocks?
thought he had a big old caravan cart.
He does.
So
but
he's
you have to
clearing
stake
it
him.
out.
Well, you'd like him to do that, but you know people here are going to cut you off the second they get the chance, because their day is important.
Damn you and your logic. Come on and join our caravan across the USA.
I'm assuming Therrin is driving in the middle of the 3, which will make their check a little easier.
Yeah, we can defeat a number, but we can't drive like 6 blocks.
Sam did a 13 on ride.
Theodore is done with having a difficult day. He is so done. He's going to start cursing out and screaming at the other travelers trying to cut you two off and try to intimidate them so they stay away.
Now he fails.
Natural 20. He gets a 25. He breathes fear into the lanes of traffic around you.
Therrin raises a
There's like
furry
a bubble
eyebrow
that
to
forms, like a protective bubble of furious owl
Yes.
that no one is in.
Therrin kind of likes this guy.
Theodore the Furious. You manage to get to a place that allows people to park their caravans. It's a big lot with a little tiny house in it.
Paid parking.
Yes. So it's like a large lot with a few pillars and a pointed roof, kind of like a pagoda without the floor. And there's an entrance, and presumably the person who operates this thing also lives there. Because when you pull up to their little house, there's a bed inside and a tiny kitchen. And there's 2 outhouses in the lot. Theodore pays for everybody, tells everybody to get in, and you're able to all park next to each other.
Sam hurriedly rides in.
So, you all got your signet thingies? Shiny little copper?
Oh, that's right.
Therrin goes back and gets the one that was thrown into the...
And Bata, and...
Zaus.
I counted wrong, didn't I? We have 7 people.
Uh-oh.
Wait, we have 7?
Zaus and Gordon.
Oh, yeah, that is 7, isn't it?
Okay, so Zaus is a minor, and therefore not persecutable by any reasonable standard of law. Here, I tuck a signet into Gordon's pocket while he presumably is snoring.
Do we have 7? Sam, Therrin, Arden, Bata, Zaus, Gordon.
Who's the 7th?
So we are.
Oh, we do 6.
For a moment, Sam gets worried.
Yeah, if you were including
I just broke the GM's heart.
Sam failed his intellect
I was so excited.
check.
His
it's
basic
Therrin and her ego. How about that? Actually, she doesn't have an ego anymore.
She had to check her ego.
Including Theodore, there's 7.
Ego.
Is Zaus asleep too? Is Zaus asleep too? Okay,
Who knows? He's probably escaped and is scampering around the city by now.
So Sam will tuck the last signet whatever, into his pocket. So everybody has one.
Theodore, you got everyone? Okay, everyone's got one? Good. So why are you all here? What have you been told?
We have some waterproof paint for some sort of festival that is happening outside of Gomphis.
I was told to give you this part of the payment.
What?
Is it?
Hands over a large bag of coin.
To Arden?
Yep. You're supposed to split this amongst however many of you there are.
How much is in there?
600 gold pieces.
And is this from our mystery employer?
We're going to meet him today.
Arden frowns noticeably.
At least he knows more than we do.
I know a little.
Who is this person?
We're going to find out today.
Where are we meeting them?
We are meeting them at the Wretched Urchin.
Lovely.
That's a step up from the Cloak and Dagger Inn, I guess.
Why would you go there?
Actually,
Yeah.
the guard at the gate recommended some in, but I don't think he mentioned a name.
Okay, so the wretched urchin, and when are we to meet this person at the wretched?
At nightfall.
Oh, of course. How dramatic. Why can't everybody have a dramatic meeting during the daytime? In a public open area.
Did you say that in character?
Yes.
Sam nods with Arden.
It's just out of character.
Just nods, just...
Yes.
Yeah.
So we all get 100 gold?
It's up to how you distribute that.
Okay.
And since he handed it to Arden, I guess it's up to Arden.
I guess that, well, I guess that is 100 for each of us.
It's actually your deal, though. It's your job, isn't it?
Yeah, but...
Or Gordon's?
but
Like,
that's why Sam's just kind of like...
are we all out here discussing, like, oh my god, who started
courier.
this thing?
Just narrowed his eyes, but hasn't said anything yet to Arden. That's why he just...
Just giving him like the stank eye.
Can I help you with something, Samuel?
Well, you cannot do my job for me.
He asked a question and I answered it. Calm down. Arden, like, presses the sack of gold into Samuel's chest.
Oof.
That's a heavy sack for you, honestly, when you think about it. It's
I
like
have 8
60
strength.
pounds.
I mean, like, everything's heavy.
It's like 60 pounds of
I'm
gold.
sure if my cloak got wet, I'd have trouble standing.
So, I would like it if none of you left this lot until we go and meet them. I have the feeling if any of you wander out into town, Theodore says, you're not coming back.
Okay, then how about we all as a group go wander and find someone to treat our injured companions?
Wait, you don't have anyone to care for your wounded.
No.
Do I look like a cleric?
He rolls his eyes in opposite directions, displaying his frustration and his confusion, because this is not how he would travel.
You're right, he travels alone because he is a ball of fluffy rage.
Who's hurt? He says, cracking his...
Okay,
Sam.
well, I point to the bear that's bleeding from his forehead.
Samuel just kind of pipes up and says, well, I suppose technically speaking, everyone here is quite...
Oh, right. I don't look good either, do I? We can't meet him like this. Okay, so...
Everybody's got stitches and, like, bandages and...
yeah, I believe Therrin's
You
holding
look
her gut.
really hurt, now that I'm looking at you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Lean down here.
I lean down.
He's gonna put his wing on your head and start rubbing the wound. He's gonna pull it away. I see. All right. I shall mend your flesh.
Theodore has healing spells.
Your flesh is gonna start mending itself.
And the pompadour?
Pompadour's fine, and it didn't really care.
The pompadour was uninjured. We've already covered that.
It's a separate character, and it is hardy.
It has ferociousness.
How much HP does the pompadour have?
I
It shares it with Bata.
Bata pats his head and poops up his pompadour somewhere. Oh, thank you, sir. I mean, sorry for all the trouble I cost you.
You've never been to a city.
No.
Does he look like he's been to a city before? He can't even wear a shirt.
I'm trying not to assume too much.
That's right, he's not wearing a
I
shirt.
just assumed he was incompetent.
No, just the farthest I've gone is Bellowport. That's about it.
Oh. I apologize for the extent of my anger. You still deserved some of it.
Yes, sir.
So is Sam still just holding the sack of gold?
Yeah.
All right.
Whenever you're done with that, I'll help you out too.
So Sam,
How are
just-
you doing, pretty lady?
I think I've broken some ribs.
Oh, here, let me help you with that. Yes. It rubs you.
Is
There
there
you
like the
go.
sound of like...
Yeah, you're gonna hear the sound of like. You didn't really hear it with Bata because it was like skin, but with her, it's a little more obvious
Like
when the
guttural
ribs are.
snaps.
Yeah, and part of resetting those is he's like pulling at where they would be, like he's got some kind of control of gravity.
He's a Jedi.
How are you doing? Looks like your friend protected you with his body.
Yes, thank you.
He looks stressed.
It's been a long day.
Arden always looks stressed.
Always.
Nobody asked you, Samuel.
You seem uptight. Are you from that wizarding school? You look a little young to be out here. Thought they were all old before they left.
Arden grits his teeth.
Everybody we meet
Therrin
is just so
Walks over,
amazingly...
interrupts you. Just before you say anything, go, he's helping us right now. That's it. That's all she says.
So Sam has the sack of gold. He looks at it, and he looks at Theodore. And he looks at it. He looks at Theodore. He sighs, pulls out 200 gold pieces, hands it to Theodore.
Theodore smiles for the first time.
It's like, thank you for paying off the guards.
Yeah, you're an okay guy. I think I'll like you. Here, let me help you out with that.
What?
Aren't you hurt?
I
he fixes your bow tie.
That's what he does.
And they're just.
He straightens out your bow tie.
What does get out at an architect's level and just kind of lines it up with his shoulders and.
Couriers
I'm
have
actually
to
a
look
bow
for-
tie expert. Let me retie it. And
Yeah.
It's just
He's gonna pull a
+1 charisma to his bow tie now.
He no longer has a penalty for looking ruffled.
I had a
And
penalty.
then he's going to pull out a little mirror, balance it on his wheel against the caravan's axle, and he's going to correct himself. He took a little more care with himself.
Okay, so while he's doing that, there's 400 gold left, which.
Yeah, nobody asked you to do that, buddy.
like,
With not an earshot of the owl, hopefully.
Well, so,
my basic math skills fail me.
Mr.
Are we
Theodore.
paying Zaus?
I would assume not.
So, wait.
Basically, all of our money is if we have to use our money to do something for Zaus, we will.
Okay.
So, Mr. Theodore,
Yeah, yes. I look pretty good, right? I look good.
you are not my type.
I don't want you.
Neutral.
He looks disgusted. Like, how could you even insinuate that? You're gross.
Theron cringes every time Arden talks to somebody.
This whole conversation immediately derailed.
So, what exactly did this person have you do?
Well, they had me bring a bunch of this weird sloshy thing in these crates. It smells terrible.
Wait,
I'm gonna have to sell this wagon when I'm done. It's awful.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but we do have one more person who might need some assistance.
Who's that?
I point over to the rolled up rodent kid.
You're gonna like open the door and show. His beak drops a little. You have a child.
Yes, sir.
Bata just like grabs Arden. Yes.
And this child looks to be a ratkin. So this isn't your child, or is he?
It is my pupil.
Isn't it grossly illegal to take on a pupil of this young an age?
It was upon the request of his mother, and I promised I would do my best to train him properly for the order.
Life debt.
Excuse you?
You owe the mother something?
I would not necessarily call it a life debt. That seems a little extreme. But I had an agreement, and I thought it should be best to fulfill it. And the child has good potential, and he's got a good spirit. So, yeah.
Well, if he's useful, then I'm not gonna tattle on you.
Tattle on me. To whom, exactly?
Mm.
Arden frowns. But if you could take care of Zaus.
Let me have a look at him. I don't usually see wounds like this. Was he trying to cuddle a minipede?
He chose to put himself into danger, and we weren't able to protect him quickly enough.
As he's listening, he's gonna cast a healing spell upon him and starts resetting parts of his body. So he was a kid.
Yes.
We have a colorful group of people we're traveling with today.
And you are our shining star.
That's right. Sunshine Incorporated.
You just got fun.
And on that pun,
That
We
was
all-
set up
we all
like
kill ourselves. So, you just want us to stay here for the rest
This
of the
town is huge, and based on... That's Bata over there?
day? Yes, that is Bata.
Based on Bata, I'm worried that a single one of you getting lost here could result in some terrible back alley murder, and then we're going to be stalled, and we won't be able to complete this deal. And there's a lot of money riding on this deal.
How much?
Don't tell anybody I said this, but this person paid money directly to the guild so they could keep it more hush-hush. That's why we didn't get full explanations.
Arden's brow furls in frustration. This whole situation gets more and more suspicious every time I hear more about it.
I agree,
this deal gets worse all the time.
but there's a lot of money behind it.
Well, I suppose if we're going to stay here for a while, we can take care of some business.
Business.
Business? Yes.
I think we need a glass blower, don't we?
Well, we can wait on that. Actually, for starters,
Well,
Miss Therrin, can I borrow your hand for a second?
In marriage.
In not
Did
marriage.
Sam just say that? Actually, Theodore, can you look at Sam's head? Because I don't know what he's saying.
Did you actually say that on that?
I was hoping.
Well, apparently the GM wants it to, so yeah, Sam made
I
a
can-
sideways
I
laugh
can hope and
comment.
be denied.
Bata's heart sinks a little bit at the thought.
He couldn't help himself but make the joke.
I'm not going to hurt you. It'll just be for just a couple seconds.
They look so worried. They're neutral and worried right there.
No, the look is more of Therrin goes like, you can't hurt me, but that's just in the look, but gives you her paw.
Arden raises his finger and mutters some stuff under his breath, and the tip of his finger goes a really bright blue, and he carves 2 circles with a little dot off to the left into your palm, and then the light fades after a few seconds. He cast Arcane Mark on your palm.
Did you just? Do I know? Like, I'm just looking at my paw, like,
It's like a
okay.
you can say.
I just wanted it so I could remember who you are later on. Don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt you. It's just to make you safer.
I mean, okay. I assume if you get hit in the head, you're probably gonna die, but sure.
Thank you. I'm glad you trust me so much. And second of all, that hammer of yours, Mr. Bata, if I could borrow it and possibly stay in the wagon for a little bit, I would like to give that a proper identification for you.
Okay. I'm not going anywhere. I think I've had enough of this place. So I'll just...
I have too.
And I give him the hammer.
And Arden takes the hammer. Zaus is... How is Zaus, actually?
Sleeping soundly.
Oh, he's still asleep. Okay.
And the other person who's not waking up right now is definitely that's Gordon.
Yeah. Actually, you said that this was some sort of ancestral weapon before?
Yeah. Bata nervously looks around to Theodore for a second.
Would you rather talk in private? You seem flustered.
Theodore's going over to Sam and wants to chat him up, so his attention seems to be going in that direction.
Okay.
Sam is like waving at his associates, like, "Hey, hello."
Oh, somebody save me.
He's like shaking his bag of gold, like, "Hey."
Oh, I come over to get my cut.
80 gold.
I think that'd be the case.
I'm taking 80 gold.
That's 400 divided by 5.
I guess Mr. Sam wants us to get the gold first, but we can talk about the hammer in a second.
Okay, that's fine. Arden opens his coin purse to Sam.
Sam drops in 80 gold.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Renshaw.
Very cold conversation.
Theodore says, "Look here. Does anyone have any business in town they were planning on doing? Because I noticed that those guards are outside watching us from across the street. Just don't look them in the eyes."
Everyone turns and looks at the guy like, "What?"
Don't do it!
No, damn it!
I was thinking of looking for a weapon salesman at some point.
Maybe not today.
Nothing close by? Not even general store?
See those guards out there?
Yeah.
They're watching us. We should probably not go to a weapons shop.
Are you
Then a general store.
are you familiar with giving them a reason?
Exactly. See, he's got it.
I don't need a weapon store. I just need a general store.
For what?
I want to make a transaction. I have things to sell.
Okay, what are you selling? They're watching us. If we sell anything that looks suspicious, they're gonna, I'm a courier. I know sometimes you have things you don't realize aren't so great. We really don't need them coming over here and looking in these barrels. Because we can't tell them exactly what it is.
This reminds me of home.
Mr. Theodore, I was looking for a needle and some string. If you,
I have some of that, actually.
oh,
I have to repair my own clothes from time to time.
would you?
You can use it.
Okay, thank you.
I'll grab that for you in just a second here.
Mr. Theodore,
Yes,
do you by chance have a small piece of copper wire?
I do.
May I steal that off of you?
Sure.
Well,
I
I guess
like
as long as we're
you.
taking requests, would you also happen to have a Bata receive some stitches that are due to come out soon? Do you happen to have a tool in which to remove those stitches?
Yes.
Could I possibly steal that from you? Borrow that?
I'll let you use my kit.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
I'll actually take those out if you want. I'm not sure if you've been trained in how to do that. But
He is apparently a
I
healer.
have. I do
Yeah.
not. I do not have formal training. I've been versed in the anatomy of most mammals.
then please assist me and learn a thing, because that's a valuable skill.
Okay.
And do you have any requests? You wanted to sell things. What do you want to sell?
Oh, well.
Are they weapons?
Do you... Well, I do need to sell a weapon. I guess I could sell it to you.
Fine. You can sell your weapons to me.
Yeah, I don't want any more.
What do you want?
I have a throwing dagger I want to get rid of.
Here's a gold piece.
Here you go.
Thank you.
I sell you cheddar.
All right.
Does Therrin say that? Like, here's Cheddar, and then...
You notice that's Cheddar.
It's like a glint in your eye comic scene, like...
I've seen and heard lots of things.
All right. I'm going to help you with that
Mm-hmm. Yes.
later tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to give myself a moment. I'm going to go meditate. Because right now, I don't feel great. So excuse me. He's going to go into his wagon. And then there's going to be the scent of incense coming out.
Yes, because he needs to calm and center himself.
It smells lovely.
It's a nice lavender.
Theodore
Maybe
the
put some
Serene.
soft jazz on.
That should be his title, is Theodore the Serene.
Yeah.
A smile finally comes about at the smell of the lavender.
Sam gives Bata 80 gold.
Just like all of a sudden... Clink!
As long as I'm still holding his bag, and it's like... Fucking take your gold.
Isn't this your money, Sam?
It's like according to Theodore, the instructions were to split it amongst everyone involved.
Yeah, but I mean, we weren't.
But if it weren't for you, I wouldn't even have the paint to begin with. Or survived the journey.
Actually, we wouldn't have been attacked by the creatures, but that's a technicality.
If not that thing, then something else.
Well, I guess we did find him back at Mama Nom's place. So.
That's true.
Well, thank you, Sam.
And then Sam pockets his 80 gold, and then still has 80 gold in the bag that he stores in the wagon. Because he thinks that Gordon would be very excited to get that instead of just finding it.
Yes.
Mr. Bata,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to talk about the hammer?
Well, what do you want to know? Like,
You said it was some sort of ancestral weapon.
well, it's not really ancestral. It's more the guardians from the dragon's shrines provided us with a special forge that lets us make a very strong alloy, and it takes a long time to make these things. So it's appreciated that we don't lose or misplace any of them.
So that bat probably did something pretty terrible then.
I believe her that she probably found it. I can't imagine that she would steal it from someone living, or that she could steal it from someone living. So she probably found a one of our group of hunters just that didn't make it back, and that was probably one of their possessions.
Well, it's good that it's back in the proper hands, though, which counts for something.
I'm not familiar with the sign on it, though. I mean, I've only seen these in passing because they're kind of rare between our people. So,
Well, I could hopefully unravel some of that mystery with the identification. It'll take about an hour. I'll need to concentrate on it for a fair bit. Though I guess I could probably do like conversation during that if you notice anything significant about it. But you just do whatever it is that you do in your free time. But it's not that important. Anyway, if you're willing to part with it for an hour or so, I can work on trying to figure out any of its supernatural properties that it may possess.
yeah, that sounds fine. I wouldn't mind just hanging out with you as you do it.
Okay, that's fair.
This is close to passing out in the game because he's been up all night too.
Then let's go into the wagon and just sit down and have a seat, and we'll work on this.
Okay.
God, do we have to sleep before night so we aren't
Dead.
completely trashed?
Well,
Might be a good idea.
Bata at least is also under the effects of lullaby.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Bata's probably going to join you in the wagon, and
That is the weakest
the weakest what?
excuse. Let's examine our hammer. Okay, I'll go into the wagon with you.
He's trying to be nice because Bata was upset.
Let's crawl into the wagon together.
but yeah, Bata's
Off, Samuel.
Therrin asks, what's the sleeping situation?
Sam, what are you doing?
So, Bata's sleeping. Well, Bata and Arden went into a wagon together.
Mm-hmm.
Sam's lamenting, worrying. about
just-
ready to burn his own wagon down.
You want to go in there and pretend to be like cleaning up just to make sure they're not doing anything?
I was actually just about to say, can I examine my broken, shattered window?
Sure.
All the while, like, I'm not looking at what's going on in there.
But like, legitimately, like, they broke my freaking window. Can like something happen with
Actually, I
this?
didn't break your window. I broke the roof.
No,
No,
the
the
guards.
That's right. The roof is still busted.
The roof is still busted too,
Yeah,
but that's
that's
not as
true.
bad as
It's
the
like-
window.
Splintered.
The guards broke the window.
Oh, right.
How do you break my window? It looks like a piece of crap anyway.
Oh god.
Doubt you noticed it.
Yeah, I think the window is actually the least. Actually, all the windows didn't break when he shattered part of your wagon.
Oh, and all the knife marks in the side and your name carved up the
least
side.
of your problems.
Yeah, Bucky is just a cute little vandal.
Yes.
At least she owns it.
Right, so
Is that
it's-
why? Is that why we're
Oh,
being profiled by guards? Is because we look like just straight up vagabonds?
I look probably the best out of all of you.
You do.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
Excuse me.
The best.
Bow tie.
That's
Yeah.
all you got going for you, honey.
Misshaven hair.
I'm making it work. I made it work, right?
We can't all be missing half
Yeah,
our fur.
see, I made the short hair work. It's not what I want.
You still have your
But
chest
also,
scar?
that's probably why I'm not getting noticed everywhere.
Do you still have your chest scar? You know, that nice big spot. where
It's my fur is at 55%, so it's
The scar's still there, but the fur's starting to grow back.
So you're going in there to check the window?
Well, I can do it from the outside, right?
I mean, you can. I just thought you were going in. No.
The primary concern is with the window, not with...
Looks like the parts are probably lying on the floor somewhere, rusted up into bits.
Fine, I guess we'll go in.
I mean, it's thrown into the wagon, so that's where the
the
parts
world's like, nope, gotta go in. We gotta go see them together.
Gotta go see
Back
Just
here.
naturally smashed it in. They don't smash it out.
Also, Therrin has gotten her bedroll. And
Actually,
she is
depending
going
on
to
the
take
glass.
Because we're covered. There's covered, right?
Yes, we're under canopy.
Yes.
So I'm just going to. We are all having to sleep, correct? I don't think anybody took turns. Is that a?
Everyone...
No, after we got attacked, we just booked it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I was trying to get you all to go to sleep, and then you were like, no.
I think we just found the town immediately.
Well, you found
It
it
was-
quickly because...
it was
Long
like-
story short, Therrin gets her roll, and she is going to sleep on top of Gordon's thing because there's too much whatever going on in the other one.
too much chanting and stuff.
Well, it's like when I see a lot of side eye and smiles and worried looks going on in the other thing. I'm just like, nope.
Well, actually, you know, the funny thing is Bata was exhausted. Arden doesn't smile. In fact, he may be incapable of smiling. And Samuel looked upset.
It looks a little dramatic over there, and plus Therrin is worried about Zaus, so she's gonna sleep on top of the Gordon truck thing, deftly, silently.
So
She's
that
not
leaves
waking
just
anybody
Arden
up.
and Sam awake.
Yep.
And Theodore, but he's in the midst of
Meditation.
nose blasting
Nose blasting?
What?
incense.
It
was a very poor joke.
I kind of get what you're talking
It was a
about.
very poor joke.
He's doing some aromatherapy and
Yeah.
intensely. He's gonna...
Mm-hmm.
What is it, like hotboxing with incense?
That's what they call it these days.
That means the camera now focuses on the inside of the primary caravan. Act,
Where...
slow
Act.
pan into.
slow pad.
Alright, so Bata is how sleeping how?
I was gonna ask, where's Arden?
Probably examining your
I
warhammer.
was about to identify your warhammer if you were just going to like roll in there and pass out,
Well, you-
probably right in front of you, so that I can return it.
But your intent was, you want to watch him do it, right?
Yeah, he was intending to watch Arden.
But then, have you ever been like super sleepy and then you just stop
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and you
No,
sit?
Is this something like a rolling situation? If you
Mm-mm.
no.
No.
So does Bata stay up and watch, or does he fall asleep?
He's probably fading.
Yeah, he
In
is.
and out.
He is.
Well, I do have a cute fluff description for the identify spell.
Okay, and then before you describe that, let's see where you're at, so you're not in limbo in my mind.
Okay, so Sam will climb up in, and I guess Bata would just kind of be sprawled out.
Bata's like curled up around Arden, like not like.
Wait.
Well, I mean, I assume Arden's.
Concentration check for the spell.
I assume Arnold's that sitting down, right?
So
Yeah.
Big Spoon.
Oh yeah, he's like a little C shape around him right now, like that.
Like an alcove that Arden's sitting in.
Yeah,
Okay.
that way he can see what he's
Sam
doing with the
gets in
hammer.
the wagon. Is just like, oh, okay. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're not interrupting anything. I just wanted to identify his weapon, and it's very important to him, so I figure once I was done, I would just give it right back to him.
I don't know how to describe it, but Sam makes this face.
Oh, it's like a mute. I'm not very pleased, but I don't.
Stone-faced.
Yeah, just stone-faced.
Stone-faced, alright.
Yeah.
Sam gets a little stone-faced, and then commences to very carefully, and a little bit silently, because he is sincere in that he doesn't want to actually interrupt anything, silently pick up shards of glass from the inside of the wagon.
It's a glass window.
I assume. If it was a window, right?
Well, some windows, if you're fancier, could have glass, but
I thought it was shutters.
if you're not, it's shutters.
Oh,
there's a ton of busted wood.
splintered,
all over
sharded wood everywhere.
it. Yeah.
Yes, shuttered windows.
And it's not even from the shutters; it's from the hole in the ceiling too.
That too.
That got. I thought like
We would have cleaned that up.
We
I thought
were.
that,
That
Zaus
happened
cleaned that up.
immediately after.
That's right.
Yeah, we probably haven't cleaned anything up, actually. It's probably a pretty bad mess.
gosh, so it was just Zaus cleaning it up.
Well, anyway.
Sauce was too busy crying.
I managed to.
Oh, you're right.
He was also in the other wagon.
So there's just a ton of this everywhere.
So there's-
And no one
we-
slept, so they didn't feel the need to.
Everyone was just like too tired or sleeping on just wood.
You know what you're like? You're like when, like the mom that's cleaning up around like her daughter who has a boyfriend over, just like, oh, don't mind me.
Just never breaking like much eye contact with them.
Do you
Definitely not.
do you need some help, Sam, cleaning up? I mean, I can help you out.
Just go ahead and rest, Bata. I can manage. I can manage.
Okay.
Oh, that was pointed. Sam had gone from saying that they can manage to Bata to saying it more forcefully, looking at Arden. I can manage.
Arden rolls his eyes at that, and then pulls out his scroll of identify, says a few words, and the scroll disintegrates in front of him. His eyes turn white, and a series of glyphs start emanating around his head as he reaches out to touch the warhammer, and as he touches the warhammer, a series of white veins appear in it to show all the magical circuitry of the item that extends into his arm as he communes with the weapon for an hour to figure out all of its properties.
Wait, you're sitting there watching him the whole hour?
I do watch him at first, but I do doze off like halfway through, or like
Are you like around him like this, like intently watching, and you fall asleep on him?
No, I'm laying on the. I'm curled up on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit of glow in the caravan. It takes you a while to clean up all of that stuff. To
I
be
assume some of it is like embedded
Yeah.
in the other wood from.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a great scene where you're doing this mundane task while he has like white eyes and he,
Well, so
like
that's
just
just
looks intense, and you're just like,
that's just his version of a mundane task, though, as a wizard.
Actually, identify is the wizard business model because adventurers roll through town with a bunch of magical items they found in a pit or a dungeon, and they're like, we need identification services, and the wizard's like,
That's his mundane task. He has to spend an hour just figuring it out.
yep.
Troubleshoot.
So I get to watch Arden glow, and he uses the light to help him find pieces.
Oh, nice.
I'm a nightlight.
Okay,
But
so
daylight.
the time passes, people get their rest, you find out what this item does. It's made from a very special alloy that you haven't seen before personally.
Well, that was the moonleaf he mentioned?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does have some enchantment upon it, higher degree than you'd see in a standard item for its base enchantment, so it's +2.
Hmm.
And it has another ability attached. It has the ability to store magic and release it on impact.
Sam looks up, somewhat concerned at Arden,
chuckling,
chuckling evilly to himself. It's like, is he still going or is he done?
Done.
Okay. That's
no
like,
way! I want to see him chuckling with his white eyes and pulsating white veins.
So he just looks like normal Arden. It's like, you okay over there?
Yes. Yes, Bata's very fortunate to have found what he did.
From crazy grave robber lady.
Yes. Actually, this is actually quite the windfall, but yeah, wow. I'll have to... I look down at Bata now that I'm like out of the trance.
Bata's just
Fast asleep.
yeah.
Arden gingerly sets the warhammer down and lifts his hand up and puts it puts the warhammer underneath it.
Like a teddy bear? Okay.
Does it take like all your strength just to lift one arm?
Yeah. I actually pull out the jack and start cranking it up. And
It's like, Sam, can you help me?
Is the head of the hammer like where is the head of the hammer?
probably close to your face.
I pull it close, thinking
Nuzzle the hammer.
thinking it's Mr. Renshaw. But then wake up when I feel the cold steel metal.
Oh,
Hey, it matches his coldness.
Is that like a...
ow.
He stores magic.
No.
Sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. I just thought you wanted your hammer back.
Oh, it's okay. So what'd you find?
It's actually a very significant weapon. It hits more easily and hits harder than most weapons, and it can store a spell, which you can hit people with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sounds-
I'll let you get back to sleep. It's okay. Arden just kind of like awkwardly pats him on the head.
Bata just kind of purrs a little bit.
Arden is unsure if he likes that or not.
Sam lifts an eyebrow.
Arden
Just
shrug-
one eyebrow.
Arden shrugs.
Oh, you noticed the eyebrow raise.
Thank you, Mr. Renshaw.
You're welcome, Mr. Bata. Arden then gets up and brushes himself off and straightens out his jacket and such.
Has to get all the Bata fur off his clothes.
Get over yourself. But did you need help cleaning up the rest of the wagon?
How much is left? Magical voice in the sky?
You're able to clean it up about the time he finishes explaining it to...
So Mr. Renshaw, I believe I'm finished, and now we have a wonderful supply of firewood, because nobody is going to want this.
Oh, excellent. That's convenient.
Indeed.
I've never sat around a campfire before. I hear it's
Ever?
nice. Oh, I mean, I don't get it. There isn't much camping in Atlas.
So you've never lit a fire on your travels?
I mostly went by caravan and wagon and ship, and in fact, I exhausted most of my research budget just to get out here to catch that circle. Anyway, it's been a pretty long day, so I'm going to try and get some rest before this evening and hopefully study up on some spells.
Well, a campfire would be quite a relaxing event compared to the last couple of nights we've had.
Yes, it would. That would be a very nice change. But, I guess you have a good... Or kind of like peers out the window.
It's like mid-morning.
Mid-morning.
Getting into noon.
Yeah, mid-morning.
Okay, well, you have a good day, I guess, and I will see you when it's time to meet our mystery employer.
Do you guys have like anywhere to go?
What do you mean?
Theodore said that we needed to stay in because
It's
Sam
dangerous.
looks out his shattered window and sees the 3 freaking guards still standing outside.
They found a table and now they're having lunch.
It's like, yeah, no, we're staying
Well,
here.
it's that lunch money that we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying when you see him later, you're like, where are you gonna go?
Nowhere. To bed. To
Oh,
sleep.
okay.
Okay, so Sam, I guess, straightens out some of the bedrolls and identifies whose is whose quickly, since they probably all got kind of thrown around a little bit.
Yeah, I think everything got tossed around pretty hard in there.
So Sam will hand Arden his bedroll.
Oh, thank you, Samuel.
And also pull his own and claim an opposite corner.
Not petty at all. And Arden will like plop down, well, probably just right where he's standing, right in front of Bata, and
It's a little crowded over there.
you
Yeah,
never have a problem
are you
sleeping next to him.
Yeah, are you sleeping sprawled out?
He can't be.
I said the opposite corner, so away.
Oh, he's a burned.
And Arden like lays out his bedroll, takes
Yeah.
his glasses off,
Kind of like
and
that. Yeah.
and takes his cloak off, and then curls up in his bedroll and probably falls asleep within 30 seconds.
How cold is it?
You'd probably be uncomfortable with a wool blanket.
I'm comfortable with a wool blanket.
That's really cold.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean uncomfortable in that it would be too hot.
Oh.
Okay. I'm like, holy crap.
Well, he did say it was fall time, and
Yeah, but you're also the advantage of being in a city where a bunch of people are trying to stay warm, so the general temperature's a little higher.
yeah, I
here
guess
than
that's true.
outside.
Plus, it's
Well,
the middle of the day instead of the
Sam-
middle of the night.
Yeah.
Sam finds himself troubled with the events of the past. How many days have we traveled? Week? 6 days?
Yeah, it's been about a week.
You've had an exciting week.
This right now is just management.
Actually, it's more like 2 weeks, I think.
5, maybe 6.
About 2 weeks. Okay, so the time passes.
Well, what he does instead of going to sleep, even though he should, is he's gonna pull out another piece of paper,
Okay.
and then he's gonna look at the sleeping dog and the sleeping bear, and kind of sigh to himself a little,
Oh.
and then draw the pose that they were in previously, where he was
Oh.
not very good. It's a,
It looks like it was very hard to do.
it was a 7 on craft painting.
You just draw silly stink lines all over.
Just like,
Frowny face and stink lines. You're like, God, what?
dang.
What a loser.
But
You
it
have
would
to
be
be
the
at least this tall for this ride.
it would be the whole thing isn't really all that good, right?
It'd be pretty rough.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it has to be necessarily terrible, but it would be rough.
It just looks like a sketch.
Yeah, it's like you probably spent a long time on a sketch that would take someone proficient.
What
5
would somebody
minutes.
think if they found it?
Who knows?
Maybe she needs to find it first.
Or him.
Okay.
Hims.
Anything else you want to do before nodding off?
Cry.
I couldn't even draw my regrets well. Damn
I feed my bugaloo, which was on here somewhere.
Marcus and Susie?
Yes. I forgot to add horse
Yeah,
feed to
definitely
my
not the
inventory,
Susie.
but
It's in the wagon.
it's in the wagon. I just meant on my character sheet.
Ah.
And then nods off.
Okay. So everybody sleeps and sleeps and sleeps.
I shiver awake and I look at these two with their bedrolls, and I grab my bedroll and just curl up with it too. Because
You like pull them together.
yes,
Oh my.
it's a little cold.
It's not cold.
I felt cold.
Oh, really?
It's not
The
cold.
feeling of the room was cold.
I'm surprised you didn't just take Arden's cloak and curl up with it.
Were you
It's
sleeping with
tempting.
them? Did you just you just got both of them? Just
Hopefully Bata does not snark, but yes.
Okay. So
Hopefully.
he's made himself the middle of the sandwich.
Does Arden, reflexively cast Reduce Person in his sleep?
The reduce pain.
I don't. You want to do that?
I don't know that would work too well.
Sleep casting's bad.
God. Just imagine the wizard sleep casting while.
Fireball.
Make that a disease.
Because you were saying about something, hearing
No, I'm
something,
saying
something.
like a disease a wizard can get where they're dreaming about it and it happens.
There might be a way to put that on a mage.
So
You might find out later.
Yay, giving the GM ideas.
Thanks. Again.
So we hear a rattle or a scratch.
Like a club rattling across the side of your wagon.
It's loud.
Are we being hazed?
Wake up in there.
How long was the sleep?
Let's see, you started that. So it's about 6ish now, so it was a full rest.
I wake up.
Wake up in there, we got questions for you.
The
You know who this is.
guard.
Yep.
I
Would you like help talking to them?
Are you not shocked by the way you woke up?
Oh, not until he put his glasses on and see what's actually in front of him.
yeah, Mr. Renshaw, did you talk to them?
Arden puts his glasses on and then acts half startled because suddenly the bear is much closer than he remembers. Yeah,
And Sam too? Question mark? Oh, okay.
yeah. Let's.
Who is not woken up yet.
Well, actually, I am gonna wake up Sam because this is Sam's wagon.
So it's like a shoulder punch, yeah.
Oh, come on, from Arden, it's like a gentle breeze.
So nose boop.
Samuel.
What's
Open up in there, we got questions for you.
Are they still doing the?
Yeah, on the front door now.
No, jeez.
Getting harder.
So then Sam's like, That
Yeah,
noise.
just a second.
Therrin, you definitely wake up at this point.
Therrin's up in the other wagon.
On top of it. She's actually outside and can just go, oh.
So much
Yeah.
warmth
Yeah.
and fuzziness. Wait.
What?
Open up and
And then Sam like opens his eyes like, wait.
open up or we're confiscating your axle.
We're coming.
Hi, Bata.
And
Lean down and check if Zaus and what's his butt is still in there.
Yep. And that guy is out.
Yeah, Gordon's down.
okay, I go.
If Zaus is still asleep, we better get a medic. Anywho.
I guess I opened the front.
Yeah.
I peek out of it.
You're not from around here, are you? Says the tallest of the two horsekin.
Yes, sir.
Their eyes are a little narrowed. You have a really ugly wagon.
Thank
It's got
you.
some problems.
So
Yeah,
Sam
Don't.
just says,
And
it's
as a goodwill measure, I'm going to give you this here letter. You take it to this shop, and they'll fix your roof.
Oh well, I take the letter. Thank you.
I'm just gonna sense motives.
Thank you, sir.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Can I
3.
also sense motive?
Yes.
Okay. 14.
Oh yeah, that's better.
So I'll be able to tell you. There's something suspicious about this, but you don't have all the pieces yet.
Okay. So then Sam will gently take the letter from Bata and read it.
So as you take that, just let him know that Mr. Theraball sent you.
Everybody writes down that name.
Arden asks who's Theraball.
Me.
Ah, okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Theraball. Officer Theraball.
That's good. I'll see you all later.
Oh, I don't have far to go.
We'll be right here.
Mm-hmm.
They close the
Can
door.
I make
Come on, chaps. Time for dinner. They go across the street and start ordering a dinner.
lunch money?
Well, they have so much important business to do in this
Yeah.
town.
And
Can I make potentially a bardic knowledge check
Yes.
on that name?
And there's something in that letter that's of importance. The place they're telling you to go is Theraball Caravans,
Oh, okay. All right.
and it's
okay.
a 40% discount.
He's just getting business for himself.
See, I don't want to assume that,
I do.
especially because of a failed sense motive.
Oh,
No, your sense motive worked.
Well, not all the way.
Not all the way, but
so
Hassan's game mechanic.
so you're saying that we paid him to destroy the wagon, and now we're paying him to fix it?
So this is so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're just gonna.
He offered to fix it, even though he broke it.
We'll just file this coupon in with,
Okay. So what does the rest of the letter say?
that's all it's about.
Okay.
It's basically a glorified coupon to a family shop.
Yeah. Super.
So Sam, were you like scowling or jealous as?
I wasn't really saying it in character, but
Dang it!
but it's canon now.
Okay.
Not just ribbing Arden like you're wanting Sam and his hammer, huh? Inviting him alone into the back of your wagon.
is that your character? You're just going to be kind of like a jealous type? A little bit? Just like...
I mean, they're both kind of doing it a little.
sassy.
Because I gotta keep it in if it's. I gotta know whether to keep it in or cut it.
Keep it in.
All right.
It's better than because Ema briefly described what the character should be, but didn't really.
I wanted to give you a lot of room for organic growth.
Yeah, didn't specify exactly what Sam should be like. So
He's yours.
He's a monkey. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be like a monkey.